Hey guys, Keiko RC here. I think this is episode update 6 or 7. Anyway, you can see my Savage looks a little different. First thing that probably stands out is probably these battery trays. And probably this handle. I don't know if you guys realized or even paid attention in the last videos. Actually, all the videos up until now, I've had a silver handle. They call it roll bar. It's not a roll bar, and I'll show you why. I tried to straighten this thing out. Now, I know this video is not really giving it justice, but look how bent that is. Now, that was on a 3S run when I had the battery up here in the middle, and I was kicking around a 1 gallon milk jug that was floating around my street, and anyway, this thing launched off of it, not very high. I mean, literally just hit the front bumper, or I'm sorry, front bumper. It's scraped up a little bit. It just kind of went whoop, boop, landed right here. I mean, literally just kind of went like this, flipped over, and the weight of this thing just bent the crap out of this roll bar. So anyway, I had a purple one laying around. I slapped it on there. Another thing you're gonna notice here, which I just finished up last night. I stayed up kind of late after everyone went to bed, but check that out. Sorry, that is a custom mount I made. I use my Dremel and everything, and it's actually from a. Let me show you the other piece if I have it in here still. Here it is. It's part of the lower skid plate. That goes underneath the plastic for these things. So this is off my 4th Savage that I had laying around. That's just basically for parts, so it worked out pretty good. I used standoffs on here, and of course the RPM ESC mount for the Mamba Monster X, Mamba Monster 2. Actually, it said Mamba Monster X, I believe, on there. Mamba Monster 2. Anyway, they have the same footprint, fits like a glove. It rests slightly on the motor. I'm not too worried about that. The screws that I found, they have to be countersunk screws because your ESC has to go over the screw here. And the longest ones I had could only fit those standoffs, and I'm fine with it anyway. So let's zoom back out. Along with that, you can see on the other side here, or down in here, I have the Castle blower on there. I haven't actually wired it up. I haven't plugged it into the receiver yet, but I probably will. I don't know. I did a run last night. It was pitch black. I could barely see it. My street lamp that I have on my property, because we don't have any street lights on my private road, but I have one of those old kind of gas lamp style things on my property, and it lights up the cul-de-sac okay. So I didn't have time to slap a light bar on this thing or nothing. I just kind of cruise it around, and that's when I figured out this thing is crazy fast on 4S. So I'm sticking with 4S. I'm not going to go any higher. I think 6S would be total overkill for this this truck in its current state. Sorry, this tripod sucks. So that's where I'm going to keep as far as the cell count goes. I did do the upgraded spur. I don't know if you guys were looking at that when I was kind of zoomed in there, but you can see that is a Robinson Racing 44 tooth spur. Let me tilt this this guy so you can see down in where my pinion is placed from the motor. Now you see it's slightly off. I mean, not much, not anything to worry about, but this is leaps and bounds over that Integy 48 tooth spur I had. It's a little more quiet. It's definitely beefier, and I do like the amount of teeth now. I think I have my ratio correct for what I'm doing, cell count wise, and this and that. I did some speed runs last night. My motor was not getting hot at all. I'd be happy anything under 130 with some crazy running with this thing, which I don't plan on doing crazy runs with it. But my ESC motor shut off, whatever I have set through the ESC is 150. I think stock was 170, so I gave myself 20-degree buffer there just for longevity of the motor. So another thing I did, and I'm going to show you guys on this thing, this guy was already getting loose. I'm going to have to Loctite my flange nuts for my wheels, but well, look at that weight of that wheel. So some of these I have I actually epoxied in my my hexes. Some of them have the rear ones mainly have actually broke loose from that epoxy. But the cool thing is they didn't break loose and spin in the epoxy. What they did is they just kind of cracked out of the mold, and it's like a perfect mold of the hex. What that did is it actually reinforced the wheel hex, and so now I don't think I can even strip the rears. So that's one cool thing I did there. It's working out beautifully. I like it. I couldn't ask for a better situation there and results. The only thing I don't like is these left-handed nuts on the side. I'm going to change these universals out to something different, so it's all right-handed. Because when I go with a, I probably will go with a 17mm hex conversion on this. I think everything has to be right-hand tightening. So anyway, and then another thing you're going to notice, I don't know if you guys even paid attention, but my tires look a lot darker in color. When I got this out of the box, mind you, it's been sitting for 14 years, brand new in the box. Rubber tends to get a little weathered, even though it wasn't in the weather or nothing like that. People think, oh, it's in the box, it's stay good forever. It's just the oxygen and everything. The rubber has a shelf life. So what I did, if any of you guys have old tires laying around, stuff like that, and you're going, man, I hope these things don't crack when I take it out, I just use some of this crap. I've had this bottle for probably the same amount of years I had this this truck. I just haven't used it a lot, but had it sitting around. Turtle Wax F21 Super Protectant, contains Sunstop and New Age formula. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I just doused these tires and everything. Forget, it was like Thursday night, I think it was. Anyway, I let them sit overnight, let them all just kind of juice off of there and stuff like that, soak in whatever it needed to do. The following day, which is Friday, I took them in the sink in my garage, hot water, rinsed them off, set them out in the sun to give them a sun bath and heat up and maybe soak in a little bit more of that stuff. And it turned out perfect. I mean, they feel new, they look new, they technically are new, but not really because they've been sitting so long. So I'm happy with the results. So if you're looking at something rejuvenating your tires, try out something like that. A super protectant, whatever you want to call this stuff you would put on your dash or whatever of your vehicle, anything that's going to bring rubber or plastic back to a new state. I wouldn't use back to black on this stuff, the Maguire stuff, because that stuff is super nasty. I put that on a plastic in my real truck, and you get it on your paint and you have to use a clay bar to get it off. So anyway, that's pretty much, I mean, I pretty much have this thing done. It's almost done. I can't fit a body on because my posts are too short. I have them on the longest one. I do have this extended one that I had purchased a while back because I had a body that was like a SUV style. So you'd put this in the back and to give you that the SUV cargo area, you know, wherever you can mount it. I would need two of these, so I'm going to go pick another one up, and then that way I can put one of my bodies on. Of course, I'm going to have to make new holes because of the extended frame here. And I have a ticket open with Integy about their roller cage for the Savage XL. They still have it in stock. They're still selling them. And supposedly it mounts somewhere on the shock mount or somewhere. I'm not sure. They say 468 millimeters. It comes out to like 16.8 inches is the total length of the product. But it has these bumpers on it. The mounting tabs are inset a little bit like this. So I don't know the full total length. I told them the frame I had from Hot Bodies from back in the day. It's an extended frame. It's not the XL frame. I don't know if this was the precursor to the XL to come out. Because this works so great with people modifying their original Savages. I don't know all the lengths and measurements, but if need be, I will probably buy it. It's only 40 bucks, and it's a welded steel roll cage. It's pretty cheap, actually, and I'm gonna probably need that for this truck. This thing is super heavy, and this stupid little handle, thin piece of aluminum, is not gonna do anything other than bend. It will protect it, but it's just gonna bend to crap, and I want something to protect all the other crap, because if it falls here, anybody knows of these Savages, you can I've bent I don't know how many of these shock bolts on the top here, gone. I'm gonna look for some shorter ones here pretty soon, But yeah, it's coming along, and I'll get a running video here pretty soon, man. Because this thing is just it surprised me last night. I was really happy with the speed. It's not the fastest out there, but it is super fast for my little stretch of street. And this truck, I don't want to go any faster because I'm going to risk flipping it all the time, and then I'm going to want to really get crazy with it. And I don't want to with this one. This is my kind of my showcase one, even though I've already rolled it. This is kind of my you know, you put in the showcase and kind of have it on that spinning turntable and like, wow, look at this one of a kind type of deal. I'm very proud of this one. So there was a lot of custom stuff I had to do on it, and I'm happy with the way it turned out. So my next Savage, I'm probably going to go with the same ESC and motor setup. I really enjoy it, and I'll probably do the Kershaw Designs center transmission elimination. It eliminates the whole transmission and just has a straight gear setup, and it allows for a little bit better, cleaner install, and the placement of things makes it a lot easier. You get rid of all that slop. There's a lot of slop in this transmission. Or I'll just do the same mount, same everything, and then just keep it stock length, and that'll be my basher. But we'll see what happens. All right, guys. Next one will be a running video, but that's all of my updates so far. Oh, and my shocks they're doing all right, but they leak like a sieve, so I will be doing some green stuff on these once I tear them down. I have 27.5 weight oil in them right now. I believe it's gonna be okay now with the 2 batteries and everything, but like I said, I'm gonna do a trial run and everything. If it's still just a little too stiff for me, because sometimes on the landings it does kind of hit and want to then I will change down to a 15 weight. When I do that, I will loop, or I will goop up my O-rings in there so it doesn't leak so much. But the caps leak too, so I'll figure out. I might do a thread lock situation on that. We'll see what happens. All right, guys. Till the next video. Later.